Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to Enlightened World Network. I'm Terry Angel, hosting today's Meditation a Day, and we have with us Keira Lani. Keira, welcome to Enlightened World Network.
Thank you, Terry. It's so good to be here.
We're honored to have you, and I can't wait for this experience with you today. I'm ready for it. I'm just ready to sit in that space of just being and being blessed. So I'm going to turn it over to you, and then I'll be back with you after the meditation to get your contact information.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm so excited to share with you all the beauty of the gift that is inside of your shadow. Did you know that you have a gift in the most deep, dark, painful part of you, the part where you may struggle to engage with life? This was an interesting journey for me because I thought the gift is underneath the shadow. But then I learned the gift is actually within the shadow. And so let's have a fun experiential adventure and see what that feels like to you. I'm going to invite you to settle into your favorite meditation posture and drop into the breath. Close your eyes or soften your gaze and bring your awareness as if you can breathe your awareness in with the breath down into your heart. And as you exhale, settle onto the support of the breath, feeling that sustenance, that life-giving nourishment that you breathe in with each breath. Even when you don't think about breathing, your body will continue to breathe as long as you are alive. And yet, there is such a gift in witnessing your breath and moving with your breath. Just like you're sitting by the ocean and waves are lapping on the shore, allow yourself to drop into the rhythm of the breath, as if something were breathing into you, and all you have to do is open and receive the breath. And with each exhale, allow tension to melt away, just like the waves on the shore are gently smoothing shells into sand. And now imagine you're standing at the mouth of a cave. Beautiful colors of sunset are behind you, and yet inside of this cave, it is deep and dark. This cave is symbolizing those parts of yourself that maybe you have hidden from, the parts that you have tucked deep inside of you, and maybe you hope no one will notice that you're still carrying things like fear, self-doubt, destructive thoughts, old patterns of trauma. Whatever it is for you, just see it as a portal into darkness for the moment. And this cave is inviting you in. You can feel that inside the deepest, darkest depths of your being, there is a special gift, a light. And so begin to slowly walk into the dark. The darkness closes around you, and you must feel your way slowly until you find a soft, fragrant bed of cedar boughs has been laid for you in the depths of the darkness. And as you're feeling this soft, fragrant bed, there is a candle and a single match to light this candle. And so you light the match and give flame to the candle. And as you lie back on the fragrant bed of cedar boughs and look up, 1,000,000 candle flames are sparkling all around you. You find yourself in a magical crystal cave. Beautiful crystals, larger than you, are hanging from the ceiling. And equally tiny, smaller than your pinky fingernail, little crystals are sparkling at you. Each one of these amazing crystals is carrying a reflection of the solitary candle flame at its heart, surrounding you with flickering light. Breathe in deeply, receiving the blessing of the cedar boughs, receiving the blessing of the light all around you, and you allow yourself to relax a little bit more, realizing that inside of your deepest, darkest fears lies a cavern of magical transformation. Just as you allow yourself to relax the last little bit, the earth begins to tremble, and you realize that you are in the midst of an earthquake, of the earth shaking in her own transformation and growth. And just as you might allow a bit of fear in, you realize this challenge is coming in to give you a precious gift, a gift that is only yours, a gift that you will be able to carry with you throughout your life. And as you come to this realization, the earth shudders into stillness, and one crystal drops into your hand. Take a moment to feel this powerful spirit crystal that has gifted itself to you. This gift from the depths of your being that comes to bring you into the light. Take some time to notice the weight, the size, the smoothness of the facets, the sharpness of the edges. And then imagine you can take this crystal and place it right into the center of your heart. And as you place the crystal into your heart, it actually begins to align with the crystalline structure of your being. And you can feel all of the parts of you gently falling into place, into communication with each other in a new way. Your energetic self, your physical self, your mental, emotional selves, and your spiritual self all of a sudden have new pathways of communication between them. As you allow this restructuring of your crystalline being, take a moment to ask your physical self, your body, what does your body want to share with you in this moment? We'll take 3 breaths in silence so you can listen to what your body wants to share with you, your physical self. Thank your body for bringing through this powerful wisdom. I am feeling so much gratitude reflected back from the physical body for you taking the time to connect in this way. And now connect to your heart center, to your emotional body, and ask your emotional body, what would she like to share with you? Maybe there are emotions that you have been ignoring in your quest to do things right in the outer world. What emotions have you been ignoring? And how can you invite them into your awareness in a new way where you can receive the gift of fluid flowing through your emotions and not being stuck or trapped by them? What does your emotional body want to say to you? Thank your emotional body. And I know the mental body always has lots to say. And sometimes we try to force the mind to be quiet. So I'm going to invite you to listen to what your mental self wants to say. And just listen. It doesn't mean you have to do what the mind says. But give the mind the same respect you would give to a child who wants to tell you the story of running through the forest. What does your mental self want to say? Thank your mind for sharing the wisdom of the mind. And we're going to listen now to the spirit body, that part of you that never dies, that lives on in the wind and the trees and the rain, long after this physical body passes from this plane. What does your spirit body have to say in this moment? Thanking the spirit for being present. The Spirit is thanking you for being present. And now condensing all of the wisdom that has come through in this short time into this crystalline structure inside of your heart, knowing that this is always with you. You can always go back into this place, and your communication lines are now open. So continue to listen, especially when you find yourself struggling, when you find yourself wondering what's next, or what can I do to change my circumstances. Tune back in to this communication line that you have opened and use it to bring forth your unique gift. This crystal in your heart symbolizes the gift that you bring to the world. And right now, at this time on this planet, your unique gift is needed more than ever. So please keep shining your light, keep the communication lines open, and keep sharing your gift
Mhm.
with the world. Come back now with the breath into the present moment. Move your body, open your eyes, and welcome back. Thank you for sharing this journey with me.
Oh my goodness. I knew I needed this today.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah, that was an interesting journey. And I found where the imbalance was. I found in going in one at a time to each of those bodies, I listened to what they had to say, and I felt the gratitude from my body. It was thanking me for taking care of this vessel, for doing everything I can to stay healthy, and all of the nutrition and everything that I'm so aware of. So I got a lot of gratitude. And then I went into the heart, and there was some emotion in there that needed to be handled with care,
mm,
and just really shown a lot of love. So there were some emotions that were coming up, and that was part of the imbalance. It's like you can't just focus on one area. So this is what I was shown. All of the areas are important. And then the mind, when I went there, it was like, where have you been? Hello? Like you have been so busy doing and doing, and you've been kind of distracted from that time of really spending time in the mind. And it's time to let some of that energy out.
mm,
So then I went to the soul level, and again, just so much gratitude and so much praise for the growth. I've had so much growth lately spiritually,
mm,
and just really felt that connection there. So there were like some of it that I was getting a pat on the back, and there was others that's like, okay, now you're here, let's talk. So
mm.
I love this because we can do this over and over and find where that imbalance is and bring everything back into balance.
Yes, what a beautiful expression, Terry. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. I love when I'm leading, there's a different level of participation that I can drop into. And my favorite part was actually listening to the mind, because what I found was a surprise to me, that because I spend so much time trying to quiet my mind, when I actually listened, my mind was much quieter. And it really did remind me of how the mind can sometimes be engaged with as if it were a 2-year-old child.
Mhm.
And I've noticed that with children as well. If you keep saying, just a minute, just a minute, just a minute, then they just keep escalating and escalating and escalating. And then if you just give that child full presence for even 1 minute, then they're ready to be independent again.
Yes, exactly. You met that need. And I think that's what it is inside of us too. There's needs that are not being met. And if we're not listening, that's a big part of receiving. So when we sit with our mind body and really listen and get those messages and get the information that's needed to move forward, then we're okay, we're satisfied, and everybody's happy. You know?
Exactly, exactly. And so many people struggle with meditation because they think they're supposed to be able to get the mind to just be quiet. Why
Mhm.
can't I get my mind to be quiet? I hear this all the time, and I say, well, it's not about getting your mind to be quiet. It's about listening without attaching to what's coming through. And so the thoughts, I remember one time I was doing a meditation on letting the thoughts go in, and I was visualizing that they were flowing into an abyss like a volcano with fiery magma at the bottom, and I was just sitting and witnessing the thoughts flowing into this abyss, and then suddenly I had a thought, wow, there are so many and they really don't end. And so it's not about getting the thoughts to stop, it's about dropping into listening. And so thank you for that beautiful reflection.
Yes. Thank you for this meditation. I know it's going to be repeated tonight at 10 o'clock. We do that every day. It's called Sweet Dreams Restream.
Mm.
And I'm going to do it again at 10 o'clock tonight. I'll just be coming out of the chanting that we do at 9 o'clock. And that'll be a good opportunity then to go into this again and to
And
go
these are
deeper.
Eastern times, Terry, is that
Yes.
correct? Okay,
Yes, they're Eastern
perfect.
times. Karen Palmer and I lead the chanting at 9 o'clock Eastern, and we
Mhm.
chant two chants, and it's making a difference. It's called 40 Days of Chanting for Change, and it's all
Mm.
about how are we changing inside to then reflect that on the outside world. So,
Oh, beautiful. I love
wonderful.
that. And
Yeah, for anybody that gets a chance to come into that, you're welcome. If you want to come on Zoom with us, you can do that and chant right alongside of us, or just chant along as we lead them and be in the audience. I love it. It's making a huge difference in my life. And then at 5 o'clock today, we have a show called The Broader Edge at Enlightened World Network. And we will be discussing change. Again, there's a lot of energy right now, isn't there, with looking at what we want to see happen in our world and the kind of change that we want. So that's a discussion we will hold today at 5. And then tonight at 7, Diane Allison Beiersdorfer is on with the show called Forever After That. And it's a beautiful, beautiful expression on that show as well. So there's lots of opportunities left today for you to come in and take advantage of what's offered here at Enlightened World Network. Kira, I'm so happy that you're a part of this and that you're leading meditations for us. So I would like to know, and people want to know how they can reach you. So please share your contact information.
sure. So I am very present on Facebook. On Facebook, I am Keira Lani Tree Gong Healer, which the link is Facebook.com/Tree Gong Healing. And I really invite you to come onto Facebook and join my group, the Healers Space for Mastery. And that's really the best way to get in touch with me. I also have a website, practiceselflove.com, that you can reach me through. Long overdue for an update, but I'm there. Um, and yeah, I'd love to get to know some of you out there and share how you can step more powerfully onto your healer's journey to mastery so that you can overflow with energy and always give from that overflow and release self doubt and step into your power, own your value, and bring your gifts to the world because we are needed right now, today, coming to the world wholly intact with all of our gifts coming through. And so, thank you so much, Terry, and all of the Enlightened World Network crew for bringing through these teachings and helping uplift the world. It's so important.
It really is. It's important to shine our lights, and we're here for such a time as this. Each one of us matters. And Kira, yours is shining so brightly. So I trust that those that are in the audience now really loved what you heard and experienced today. And if you came in late and you didn't catch the whole meditation, again, it will be repeated at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, and the whole thing will be shown there. And you can just come in and do this beautiful meditation before you drift off to sleep tonight. That'll be a good place for you to be in.
Mm.
Kira, thank you again. Much love to you. And I can't wait till the next time that you come on with us to guide us in meditation. Have a
Mm.
beautiful day.
Thank you. You
Bye,
too.
everybody.